All right. Great late evening or early morning. So I wanted just to start recording some planning sessions. We're going to get straight to it though. And the reason why is because, one of the reasons why it's hard to convert to digital planning is just because you just got to do it. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. You just got to do it. And the easiest way for me to convert from paper planning to digital planning is just jumping in. And it's like with anything else, it's just not going to be perfect. You just got to do it. And you got to do something every day. Like with these videos, it's like, oh my gosh, you want them to look perfect and all that. Okay, time out for that. We can look perfect later or as you grow. I mean, when I look at my old digital planners, which I need to pull some out, it did not look perfect. But one of the things that I did do is I would look at digital planning videos like late at night just to see what other people were doing as they were planning. So hopefully this green light thing, I may have to turn this other light on. I wanted to do late night planning, but I don't think that's going to work. I don't know where the green light is coming from. Or maybe it's just me seeing it from the other side. Yep, that's exactly what it is. All right, so we'll just keep it rolling. All right, so I'm going to be looking at just using some basic tools. So you'll see me point to certain things on the screen. I'm not going to use any stickers. Honestly, the stickers I got from these right here were from Pinterest. I do have the sticker set here, so if you have the sticker set, these are some of the stickers you'll get, but we're just going to do some regular planning today, or this evening, as you see what time it is. It's actually early in the morning. All right, so a couple things. Again, I think that's the crippling thing for anything in life. So there's a message. Is you want it to be perfect, just jumping in, and you just really got to jump. That's all. And same thing with digital planning. You just got to jump. Mess up, learn the different tools, how they work. Don't get frustrated, and just jump. All right. So one of the things I do though is I look at I have a calendar, and I'll look at and I'll start blocking off things that I know that are going to happen. Here's a good way to do it. So you can do it I'll show you 3 different ways. So one way you can is with the pen tool. So I'm on the pen tool. Here you can use the solid dash dotted lines. One of the things that I'll do is I'll block off. Okay, I'll do that. But notice that line is not really big. So you can do that. I'm going to erase it with the erase tool. Or you can use the highlighter. Here with the highlighter tool, again, you have the 3 different sizes. I mean, you can adjust, customize it. But then you also could do custom and use that pen tool right over here on the side. And you click that. And so if you want to use them like custom to the calendar, or you can use it custom to, like if you got a theme going on here, press the little pen tool and say, oh, I like that little watermelon color, and can add it to the presets. And you can actually do a couple of them while you're right here. I like this yellow. We're going to use that. Well, not that one. That yellow. That yellow. And if there's any other color that you want on there, but we'll just go with these 2 for now. So let's just test them out. So these are the last 3 that we did. So here's that pink, or was it this other one? I think it's this one. And just kind of learn the thickness. If you do a press and hold, it makes the line straight. If it's not thick enough, of course, erase it. Use the highlighter, and there you go. So that's pretty good. I like that. So I know I had meetings here. Where else did I have meetings? Let's see. Yep, here's a meeting here. And here's a meeting Monday. That's Monday. Okay, and here's another meeting. Again, not perfect. I'm just doing that. And here's another meeting. It's on a Wednesday. Okay. So I have that blocked out. Also, the other thing I'll do is I'll do these squares like this. So I'll show you how to do that. Again, I'm in the pen tool. I'm going to change the color. I like this little custom. So you do have to do custom presets for the highlighter and the pen. So I'm going to go back down here though. I'm sorry that I'm sniffling. My allergies are just so bad. I like that color. I'm going to add it to the preset. Custom pen. And then that yellow. That's kind of fun. It ain't going to be perfect. Alright. You do have the hex codes from the other one. Alright, so how I did this block is I make sure, number one, where the settings, the draw and hold is on, and snap to shape. I think there was a couple other updates that happened. Something did happen with the, oh yeah, this is with the fountain pen. This was another update from Goodnotes. I think the brush pen and the ball pen are the same, but the fountain pen, you could use the, I guess, the flatness of it if you're like in calligraphy, which I am not. So we want to attempt that today. All right, so let's go back here. I use the ball pen, but you do have to make sure in the settings, draw and hold is on, and snap to shape and fill color. All right, so I'm going to draw this square. Notice it's not perfect, but I hold and drop. Okay, notice that it's filled in. So how did I get the box? Here is how I got the box. I got the box by doing this. Oh, here's another new feature. So on the lasso tool, you can either lasso or you can select like that. But I need this square, so we're going to do the freehand lasso. I need to pick that up and move it. So it is really light. So you could do a couple things, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So I like that box too. I think if I think I had to do it. But there is a way to like tap and hold to adjust that box. I probably would have adjusted it before I moved it. And here's what I'm talking about, so you can kind of see. I think I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to use this color just to show. And I think I'm going to do it here. Okay, notice it's not perfect. The lines are closed. Now, I just tapped on it, and I can adjust. There we go. Just adjusting. All right. So now that I have it within, again, and you don't have to have it this thick, because notice that it covers that letter. So you can actually, I would adjust the thickness. So that is 2. I probably would do like 1.65 because I need that number, the date. And honestly, once you do this once, I would save this so you don't have to do it again. Especially if like it's an event or something. All right, so now I got my lasso tool, freehand. I'm gonna move that over. So there it is. So now you have 2 color-coded boxes. So I'm going to get rid of, I do kind of like that other one. I'm going to get rid of these. Okay. So now you got color-coded boxes. So now you can do, so this one is super light. So here's what I would do. Copy, press and hold, and paste. And I would just overlap those. Notice it. So now it's 2 boxes, so it's a little bit darker. So now you can start color coding. So like I have, so if there's events, if there is, I don't know, like a meeting or a birthday, if you needed to color code things for like, kids, so then I would, move these boxes around and I would just do that. So if I'm looking at the calendar, I know that this is a meeting. And so now you can, and again, you don't have to, like, you ain't got it. I think that's where a lot of people kind of get tripped up with digital planning, is they think it's got to be this beautiful thing, right? I mean, you want it to be nice, but I don't think it has to be all that. So you can, oh, that's too big though. Right, so this can be, meeting, and you can put the meeting and, the location or whatever. So I usually put my meeting. If you want to get fancy with it, you can use the text tool. I usually write outside. I'm a lefty, so I'm probably going to cover the whole screen here. And using the scribble function. My scribble is not working here. There it is. So, let's try this again. Sometimes this gets a little glitchy doing it. So, and I know I'm not probably doing something right. There we go. Alright, so meeting, and I mean, like, move it there. Voila, done. So I'll block it off. I mean, and sometimes that's as fancy as I'm gonna get, because the whole purpose of digital planning is to be productive for me. Some people, maybe I'll go back and add a couple things. Like I got this little bumblebee off of Pinterest, so it's not part of the sticker book. I thought it was kind of fun. I like bees, like honey. This is a blank date, so you can maybe put it back there. I hear my dog in the background drinking, but I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I would do. I mean, put in birthdays, anything that you need to remember. I'm doing like high level here. So if I had to look at this quickly, that's exactly what I'm looking at. Right now, so I just wanted to do them a quick monthly. This is probably all I am going to do for this month. I mean, I already have, like, this is like the training one. But I'm actually I'm going to go back and copy all of this and put it in my personal one, because I actually do kind of like this. I like the bees. I like the watermelon and lemonade. I like the color scheme. It actually, it goes pretty well. I like these boxes here. One of the things, like, if you really like these boxes, I think, yeah, let's do it. 2 things. So one, you can add it to an element. So if you want to add it to backgrounds, so now when you go to add elements, it's up here, or if you tap again, all the recent ones are there. So that way you can either copy it, or you say, hey, I like this one, so I like how it fits, it's perfect, and we're just going to keep it. I do believe that you can, and we're going to test it. I think you can. Yeah, you can recolor it. Look at that. So once you do it once, like if you know that this is a new color scheme, or this is a color I like, you can do that. The only thing it won't change is the shadow box, but you can recolor that one too. But I'm going to keep mine just the way it was because I like that. So those are ways you can save it. These may also be used. Let's look at using it in the weekly. So I'm going to enable. This is the other thing that people get tripped up on. See the edit, non-edit buttons, right? So if you press the disable the pen, let's see if we can use that here. Meaning that box that I just had. You can, but I don't know if I would use it there, honestly. No, I would do it differently. Don't do that. We'll come back to the weekly. But yeah, that's a very, very quick way. And notice that didn't take too long. I'll probably look at the timer later, but I don't think I've gone over 10 minutes. But I think that's one of the points that I wanted to make. Sometimes when we want it to be perfect and in our minds, and that's the thing that keeps us from just practicing, how to use this. I think it's a great correlation with life as well, that we want everything to be perfect as we're doing it. And you do want things to be, perfect. But here we just need to be productive. And I think the biggest thing is just jumping and just doing it first. And learning as you go. Everything that I do in this planner, I've learned just by watching other people. I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. Oh, I could do that. Or I wonder if I can do this. Right? And it's just messing around, and don't get frustrated with it. I always tell people it's almost like going from a PC to a Mac. You got to know the functions of it in order to use it. So hopefully that helps. But this is literally how I set up my monthly. I use the different highlighters. I use the different boxes tools. Sometimes I'll put a couple stickers in there. I'll put a quote in there. Maybe a little sticker there. I'll throw in birthdays real quick. But I don't use a lot of stickers. I mean, outside of what y'all kind of see. And that's it. I keep it pretty simple. But I think the key thing is just doing it. And that's kind of my lesson in plugging it in. That's my lesson in doing this. Is, you want the intro and all that other stuff. You know what? Today, we're just going to be raw and straight to the point. And that's it. All right. I hope y'all have a great evening. I'm going to continue doing a little bit more planning. I'm going to take a screenshot. How about them apples? And that's going to be the cover of this thing. Oh, look at that. And let there be light. And that's going to be the cover of it for the YouTube. But yeah, check us out on Instagram and Facebook. And I'm now on YouTube. But this is how I learned how to digital plan. By watching other people and say, oh, they touched this and that happened. They went here, they used that. And that's how I learned it. And I just went and did it myself. So that's the key. And so what I decided I'm going to do is the things that help me learn how to do this is what I'm going to, and also have some other users do as well, is just record using it. And, of course, showing tips and tricks and being productive. And we'll do more of that. But the only way to do it is to just jump. That's the lesson for the day or the evening. It's just jump and just do it. All right. Y'all have a great evening. And remember, planning really is dope with One Dope Planner. Here we do have a digital organization planning experience, and it really is. What I love about this is all this is already synced to my phone. So if I don't have my planner handy, I can always go to my phone and check out what's going on during the day. So check us out. Check us out for more videos, and YouTube's coming soon.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook.